have my medicine arrived. Oh my god.
I am starting injections today. Yes.
Oh wow, it burns a lot.
First day, not bad.
Okay.
Day number 3. Menopur. Gonal F. Here we go. Today is October 15th. Stimulation day 5. Menopur burns way more than Gonal F.
So yep, everything is still small, which is what we expect. So we'll take a look at the labs, see if we need to adjust anything.
Alright, I'm back from my appointment and I got my lunch. It has kale, lentils, sweet potatoes, cabbage, and lots of green, which are great for fertility. Just to give you an update, so today was my first scan since I started the injections. Same as IUI cycle, I think today was stim day 5. My follicles were pretty small. She measured 6 follicles on my left ovary and just 3 follicles on my right ovary. So total 9 follicles. During the initial consultation with my current doctor, he said they expect to retrieve around like a 10 to 15 eggs. But today, stim day 5 and the follicle count was 9. Who knows, maybe there are like tiny, super tiny ones that might grow eventually. But as of today, that's what the count is. I can't help but, wonder like, what if I didn't have a cyst? Would I have more follicles on my right ovary? Probably. But then there's no point of imagining that, I have a quick update. I just got off the phone with my nurse and she said I should start the GnRH, which is the antagonist drug, tonight, which is not what the other physician said who did my ultrasound earlier today, because my follicles were very small. Largest one was like only 10 millimeters and there are like a bunch of very small ones. And she said that like you probably wouldn't need it until like she said like you are not going to need it anytime soon. But my physician thinks that even though my follicles are small, but they are growing and my estrogen level is rising, so now it's around 300, and he thinks that I should start taking it tonight. He knows about my history with IUI cycle, that I had a premature ovulation, and what happened is that my estrogen level was like 200 something on day 6 in my last IUI cycle, and then I think over 3 days later my estrogen level went from 200 to like 1400 or 1000, something like that. Since estrogen level is rising, he thinks now is the time to start the antagonist to prevent any premature ovulation. I guess I'll do that and we'll do differently this time and see what happens. Monday, October 16th. I am doing the usual Menopur, Gonal F. I am starting GnRH, which is the antagonist. That's it, 3 shots.
Menopur is the worst.
Yeah, I think that's a tip.
Menopur is the worst.
It's so much.
Avoid Menopur. Okay, it's almost 1,000.
Estrogen is definitely rising in response to those growing follicles. It's like almost to 1,000. It's 946. Okay, so you're going to start to probably feel it pretty soon. Your progesterone is still negative, which is great. Okay, so what we're going to do is have you drop down a little bit on Gonal F, okay? We're going to have you drop to 250, right?
After I got off the phone, I realized like I only have done one scan so far, and tomorrow is going to be stimulation day 8, and we are making adjustments on the dose without really knowing what's happening. I mean, the last time I did the ultrasound was 3 days ago, so I definitely am curious, and especially with a big bump of estrogen level, I want to see what is happening there. So I asked them if I can come in tomorrow. They said yes, you can come in, so that's good.
Stimulation day 8.
Oh, the most painful. No, not the end, like in the middle. Like
In the middle.
Oh, it was just super like a burn. Crazy.
Okay, we'll keep moving on then.
Today is gonna be stimulation day 8. They reduced my dose of Gonal F yesterday because my estrogen was reaching 1,000. I'm a little nervous, but let's see how big the follicles are and how many are there. I need to give you a quick update. I just got out of the clinic, and today was my second scan since I started stimulation. And today my follicle count was 17, not 9, 17. So 8 more follicles popped up on an ultrasound. I'll process this more later, and I'll give you a more detailed update later. But I'm so excited.
Estrogen is now over 1,000. It's 1638. So I'm sure you're probably feeling it at this point. So things are going to start to move pretty quickly from here.
Yesterday, my estrogen level was 946, and today she said it's 1638. So that's a big bump, another big bump. So I guess that's a good news. Of course, until by the end of this, there's no guarantee or whatever, but at least I feel more hopeful with this cycle. So that's great. Stimulation day 9. So they reduced my dose one more time. So now we're taking 200 of Gonal F and 150 of Menopur.
Let's take a look at the left side.
So today's follicle count was 9 follicles on my right ovary and 11 on the left. So it was 20. Yesterday it was 17, and today I guess 3 new ones popped up or show up on an ultrasound. So, oh my God, I'm very excited. Stimulation day 9. Estrogen level is currently 2,000. So they reduced the dose one more time. So now I'm taking 150 of Gonal F and 150 of Menopur. So it's been day 10 of injections, and I have a lot of ovulation symptoms. So I'm a little nervous. So I want to make sure that I get this shot, which is the antagonist, GnRH antagonist. So this prevents premature ovulation. Let's get this shot and prevent premature ovulation. Not again. So today is Sunday, but we are going to the city. I need to draw my blood. All the labs are closed on Sunday, so I have to go to Manhattan. You're coming with me.
No, we're looking forward to it.
So we are heading back home from Manhattan, and I just got a call from my nurse, and she said my estrogen level was over 3,000. That's a lot. I guess that's a good news, and my LH and progesterone is still below 1, so that's great. They want me to come in tomorrow for ultrasound and blood work.
This is every day.
Last
Come
few-
in every day.
Yeah, now it's the really like the last few days. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll trigger tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. Day 12. Oh, wow, super painful. Oh, belly really swollen, like here, bloated, really bloated. Good morning. I'm on my way to the clinic. Today is my 4th ultrasound. Today is cycle day 13. I'm excited to see what my follicle count would be today. 3 days ago, they counted like 20 follicles, and one of them were very small, like even less than 4 millimeters. So I wonder if all of the 20 follicles will be still there or not. So I'm looking forward to it.
This is the right ovary.
It's becoming bigger.
Okay, almost there, not there yet. These are a little bit on the small side. I think they're the same, so I'm just gonna show the doctor.
So I'm home and I am about to have my lunch. I got some stuff from Koreatown. This is Korean style roll called gimbap. This is Korean soybean stew. I've been craving like salty, sweet food for the last couple of days. It might have something to do with my estrogen level being so high. Yesterday, my estrogen was 3,000, so I don't know what's it today, but so the technician counted like 22 follicles total. I think 22 or 23 follicles total. Basically, I think 3 new ones popped up on my right ovary, but they are very small, like 6 to 7 millimeters. So I don't think they're gonna grow within time. The most dominant follicle on my right ovary is now measuring 21, and the rest is measuring like 16, 15, 17. So I think I might lose that one because I don't think I'm gonna trigger tonight. It might be tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So it's just a part of the process, I guess. It's great if you can synchronize as many follicles as possible. And along the way you might lose 1 or 2 couple follicles because they are growing too fast and the rest is not growing fast enough.
Steam day 13.
Oh no.
Tuesday, October 24. So I'm really close. Let's see if I can do a trigger shot tonight. I hope so, but we'll see.
Perfect.
Today she measured 21 follicles, and the biggest one right now is 23.5. So I think if we don't trigger tonight, probably we are losing that one. But there are a bunch of like 14, 16 millimeter ones. I think they want them to catch up. So it's kind of a numbers game. So you could lose a couple to gain more. So that's where I'm at. It looks like I might do another stimulation tonight.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Do you have a minute to go over next steps?
Yes.
We're so close.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, so close. We have one more night. We're going to have you do actually 150 of the Gonal F tonight and 150 of the Menopur.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Oh my God. Okay. I don't have any more Menopur. I just
No more
realized.
Menopur? Okay. it.
Yeah. Oh,
That's okay.
okay.
That's okay. It's only 3:00.
Okay.
I think you
Yeah.
should be able to order it from Alto. They should be able to get it to you today.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
No
sorry.
big deal.
I just totally
That's
forgot.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That's okay. No worries at all. It
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
Totally happens.
Do you mind telling me the estrogen level today?
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
like curiosity.
Yeah. It went up quite significantly. So it's
Okay.
actually 5773 today. 5,773.
I see you already have an order today going out between 6 to 10 p.m., correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I can just add it onto that order.
Okay, that would be so great. Yes. Whew. Alto Pharmacy, the best pharmacy in the world.
Hey everyone, today is cycle day 15 and I've steamed for 14 days. So I'm going to clinic for ultrasound and blood work. Hopefully I'm ready to trigger tonight. We'll see.
So I just came home from the clinic. Technician measured 20 follicles total. There were more, but I think at this point she's only measuring anything above 11 millimeters because I'm about to trigger today or tomorrow. So I guess there's no point of measuring anything that's like below 11 millimeters because they're not gonna catch up. One follicle on my left ovary was measuring 25 millimeters, and I think that's way too big, and it's probably past due time. So I don't think that follicle is good anymore. So I think we lost one follicle. It's over matured. I have another follicle on my right ovary measuring 23.5 millimeters, which is pretty close to, I guess, over maturation. I might lose that one too. And then I think I have a lot of like 20 to 19, 18. I have like a 7 follicles over 18, and I have a bunch of follicles measuring above like 14. Tricky part is, so I was just comparing my follicle scan from yesterday. Some of the follicle I saw today, like they made their size was smaller than yesterday. And my nurse told me that now there are a lot of follicles. They're kind of like really like smudged together. So it's kind of hard to get an actual measurement of each follicle. So I think that's what is happening here, because I don't think the follicle will grow smaller. Another metric that I've been also paying attention to is the volume. Because what was interesting is at the end of the scan, you get like a quick recap of the scan, and they rank each follicles, like from the big one to the smaller one. And what I noticed is that the ranking was based on volume, not based on size. So like some follicles are smaller in size, but they are heavier. Then they were ranked higher than the ones that are lighter, that has less volume. When it comes to follicles and follicle count, we always talk about like the count and the size, but I think the volume also is important, especially towards the end of the cycle. Several follicles measuring smaller than yesterday, but heavier. So I really want to trigger tonight. I feel like if I'm stimulating one more day, I feel like I'm going to lose you more follicles. I have a lot of follicles measuring 14, 11, 12. They might grow, but they might not. As opposed to the big follicles I have, like 22.7, 20.5, like they are good. At least, I mean, they are matured. And they are the ideal size. And I feel like I don't want to lose something that's present, that's there, that's proven to be mature for something that might become mature, you know? Hello?
Hi, Dewey.
Yes, Juhi speaking.
So Friday you're scheduled at 10:30.
Okay,
Do come an hour early,
okay.
which means you're triggered tonight and just the Lupron. Lupron only at
Okay.
11:30 p.m. Someone will need to accompany you home because of the anesthesia.
Right. I have a weight assess risk right now, so they changed the trigger shot from HCG to Lupron.
Yeah.
Okay. 11:29. I
Okay,
think
so
1
here
minute
it-
should.
mm.
Yeah. Like here.
Lean forward.
Mhm.
More. That's nice. Very little.
So that's it, I guess. The injections, but and honestly, I'm like freaking out right now because I just found out that actually my estrogen level decreased 120 something, which is less than 10%. So I guess it's considered like my estrogen is plateauing, not necessarily decreasing. However, my progesterone increased a little bit more today, so it's 1.44. Yesterday, the nurse said it was a little bit over 1. It's just that I had my IUI with injections canceled, and the reason that the doctor gave me for the cancellation was because my progesterone level was rising. And he said if it's progesterone level is 3, that means I definitely ovulated. So he said he's gonna cancel the cycle. And now that I found out late at night that actually my estrogen level went down 125 and my progesterone level increased close to 1.5, I don't know if I can sleep at all tonight, to be honest, because it's like deja vu. So hopefully, fingers crossed, but we'll see. This is from LabCorp that my test result is available, and this will be the last blood work. And I got kind of freaked out last night. This morning, as soon as it became 7 o'clock, I sent a message to my nurse. She got back to me right away and she said there's nothing to worry about. There's no indication of premature ovulation. It is normal to have a little bit elevated progesterone level during the stimulation. Also totally normal for estrogen level to kind of plateau. So she said nothing to worry about. Okay, so here's the result. I don't think this result will confirm anything in a way because, if I see decreased estrogen level and increased progesterone level after the trigger shot, I know that it's nothing to worry about. But if it's a huge drop in estrogen level, maybe I'll be a little bit concerned. Anyway, so let me just pull the trigger. Oh, I don't know why, but I'm kind of nervous to see it. Okay, here it is. Okay. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Whoa, okay. Oh, wow. That's very, very surprising. So my LH went up to 48. Yesterday it was below 1, like negative. And my estrogen level dropped by, I guess, little less than 1,000. So it's not a huge drop. So yesterday was like 5,600, so it's less than 1,000. Like definitely decreased. It's not plateauing anymore. It definitely decreased because it's more than 10% decrease. It's almost like 20% decrease. My progesterone level is very high, which makes me a little bit worried. It's 12. It's very high, so I'm just gonna look it up what that means. I was frantically Googling it again, what it means. I couldn't get a straight answer to my specific question. So I went to Google Bard AI and I asked what should be the progesterone level after the trigger shot in stimulated IVF cycle. It says it should be between 20 to 30. So, okay, even though mine is 12, it's not there yet. So it's lower than the level that it says, but I'm at least glad because I'm totally traumatized by my IUI cycle got canceled. And the doctor told me that if progesterone level is over 3, that means you definitely ovulated. So I'm like, anything over 3, I'm super worried. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna patiently waiting for my nurse to call me so we can confirm that everything is good. Just want to give you an update. So I'm still waiting for my nurse to call or message me. I found a good thread on Reddit. It says progesterone and LH after Lupron trigger shot. So this person triggered with 80 units of Lupron, which is what I did.
And her blood work was progesterone level 13.1, LH was 54.9. They are very similar to mine. And she said everything was normal, and so I am relieved. So now I can finally relax and just so looking forward to tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to having all of this behind me. It's been really tough 2 weeks. I also gained like 6 pounds. The last time I weighed myself was early September, so it was about a month ago. So I don't know if the 6 pound was from the IVF stimulation or not, but definitely a good portion of it came from IVF stimulation. I feel very bloated. And I think it's quite normal to gain some weight because of the hormonal change and, everything else. Thank you so much for being the perfect nurse for the last 2 weeks. I know it's not easy, but you did a fantastic job.
No more injections today, no more medication, nothing, just go to